For the last 11 years, StadiumDB.com has been hosting the world's most popular stadium vote. With over 400,000 votes cast in 11 editions, Stadium of the Year became the largest and longest-running competition of its kind, with the goal to select the best new stadiums opened around the world each year. Now for the 12th time, it's our pleasure to invite you to choose the best football stadium opened in the past 12 months. For the 2021 edition, our online community has submitted over 30 potential candidates, from which we've selected 23 for the competition. We don't want to choose for you, though. This is why we only use 4 very basic criteria to determine stadium eligibility. Only stadiums holding 10,000 people or more can be included. They had to be opened in the past year. Normally, this means opening to the public, but because of the pandemic, in 2021 we made an exception. The stadium must allow football to be played at a professional level. Finally, each nominated stadium must be either newly built or thoroughly rebuilt. Minor renovations are not enough to qualify. Now, let's see all 23 stadiums that met all requirements. The smallest stadium among the nominees, the 10,000-seat Wild Horse Pass Stadium in Chandler, is the home of Phoenix Rising FC, which currently plays in the USL Championship. On the other hand, the 45,000-seat Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, is the largest of the nominated facilities on the whole continent. Austin FC made its debut in Major League Soccer in 2021, and in the same year Q2 Stadium, with a capacity of over 20,000 seats, was inaugurated. The 20,000-plus seat Lower.com field in Columbus was built specifically for the Columbus Crew, playing in the best soccer league in the USA since its very beginning in 1996. The situation is similar in Cincinnati, where the local club has been competing in MLS for the last 3 years, and in 2021 commissioned its 26,000-seat TQL Stadium. American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte is also a soccer-specific venue, with Charlotte Independence playing on daily basis in the USL League One. South America has 2 representatives this year. In March, River Plate won the Argentine Super Cup at the newly inaugurated 30,000-seat Estadio Único Madre de Ciudades in Santiago del Estero. Estadio Banco Guayaquil from Ecuador's capital Quito joined the nominees at the last minute, and it's also waiting for your votes. Africa has followed in the footsteps of South America by nominating 2 solid candidates to compete. Algeria's Stade Olympique d'Oran took over 10 years to build, and now the stadium is one of the largest facilities in the entire competition. On the other hand, Cameroon's Stade Omnisport Paul Biya in Yaoundé was the venue for the opening match and the final of this year's Africa Cup of Nations. In 2021, Europe has disappointed us with a small number of newly commissioned stadiums. Europa Park Stadium in Freiburg is a venue in southern Germany with 34,700 seats, some of which are standing stands. Stadionul Steaua in Romania's capital Bucharest is a spectacular arena that can also accommodate more than 30,000 fans. In Pamplona, Spain, the legendary El Sadar was completely rebuilt and now can receive up to 23,500 people. Turkey went into a real stadium frenzy in 2021, delivering as many as 5 new arenas. Yeniordu Stadyumu is located in the north of the country, right on the shores of the Black Sea. Çotanak Stadyumu in Giresun also looks out to sea and has become the new arena of Turkish Super League side Giresunspor. The south is represented by 2 stadiums. Yeni Adana Stadyumu is the 33,000-seat facility located on the outskirts of the nearly 2 million city. Yeni Hatay Stadyumu in Antakya lies just 30 kilometers from the Syrian border, but the new venue was needed by the team that was recently promoted to the top league. Turkey's smallest stadium in the competition, the 15,000-seat Alsancak Mustafa Denizli Stadyumu, is located in the western part of the country in the city of Izmir. It may not come as a surprise that in Asia, the greatest attention is focused on the newly built facilities in Qatar. Stadium 974 is known for its unusual structure and design, created using shipping containers. 40,000-seat Al Tamama Stadium will host as many as 8 games during this year's World Cup. The opening match will be played at Al Bayt Stadium in Al Khor, which is also the second largest venue of the World Cup. The new 60,000-seat National Stadium in Cambodia cannot go unnoticed either. The facility, inspired by a sailing ship theme, was sponsored entirely by the Chinese government. 32,000-seat Al Madina Stadium in Iraqi capital Baghdad is another stadium in the competition that encountered many problems during construction, but eventually overcame their difficulties. We want to keep the competition open and democratic. That's why taking part is completely free and requires no registration. There's only one limit. You can cast one vote, no more. Also, we ask you to select 5 best stadiums, not just a single favorite you may have. In order to cast a valid vote, please visit stadiumdb.com/SOTY. Voting through our platform is the only accepted way. Once you're there, award the most interesting stadiums with grades. 5 stars for the best candidate, 4 for the second best, 3 for the third, 2 for the fourth, and the last star for the 5th most interesting stadium. Once you are out of stars, be sure to click the vote button, otherwise the vote will not be counted. Because of the one vote limit, sharing information about the vote with others is priceless. The more people take part, the more representative the final result is. So let your friends know, especially if they enjoy good stadium architecture. Now it's time for you to see them and select the best one. Visit stadiumdb.com/SOTY and select your top 5.